how bad it is. Things that I just refuse to accept. Hard to. And so I recently decided to look back.
Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. This is where we left off last time. Hey Yuri. Ah. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kinda just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Only if you promise it's not poison tea. She's reading. Not at all. Thanks very much. Why's the music so loud? There, it should be more quiet. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here better, it's a nice cup of tea. Haskell, can you help me make tea? Not to mention yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. There's a portal to oblivion in there. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. Do not drink the tea! Danger! Danger! She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. Stop drinking the tea! Stop it! To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Why are you looking at her long legs, Phil? Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... Stop drinking the tea! It's poisoned! I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Yuri! You tell her. Phil is sus. How did you misspell sus? Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Phil in the club activities? Explanation point. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Phil. It's 100% poisoned. What are you talking about? Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. We only poison coffee here. Phil is a ooh-woo anime girl. It's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. The music went away. There it went. Phil, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because that's not really an answer. Okay. Nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns into a light rain shower. What? Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? We just friend-zoned her. Friend, do you say? Yeah, we're just friends, nothing more. Do we go make tea now? Yuri lifts her head. Phil, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, Phil needs to have an anime transformation. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk towards the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Phil, do you like oolong tea? Oolong tea. Yes, I do. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. I don't think I ever had tea. Except I drank a little bit of iced tea from McDonald's that my friend brought to class once. I didn't like it. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. How much goes into making tea? You really do all this properly, don't you? Of course. Ooh woo, my name is Phil. Ooh woo ooh woo. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Intimate friends. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do so. When it's you who's around, anyway. Okay. Did you sound at least a little excited for me? No? That's great, Yuri! Oh, yay. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Phil. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Phil, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Okay. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my... Ah! Finish your sentence, Yuri! My... Oh, I know why. Your posture, right? Posture. Yeah, posture. Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes? I have terrible reading posture. Posture. Why can't I say that? So that's why we should sit on the floor. Yeah. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. That's why it's a book bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I can't see too well. Yuri slides even closer until our shoulders are touching. I just stutter a lot, aren't I? How am I supposed to focus on reading when we're like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. Oh, I think she has. She wears her most intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. Luckily, it's the lusty Argonian maid, so it's not very hard. ... After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I'll put the I'm reading too fast. Gotta remember to breathe. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. 68-year-old gym teacher does that. Yeah, probably because they're a gym teacher. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, that might smudge on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Pretty anime scene. The wispies, the pretty. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Do I have any chocolate candy? I have a chocolate bar in my mini fridge, but I don't feel like getting it. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate into her mouth. Yes, they're still reading The Lusty Argonian Maid. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Phil... Sorry! I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well... You were just helping me. That's something friends do. Especially intimate ones like we are. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop her or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. Nervously, I take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes met mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest is rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. That's kinda how breathing works, Phil. I raise my arm. Load, please. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath against my fingers. Monica! Not again! We were doing something. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. That sentence fell apart. Phil, you can help Yuri put the tea stuff away, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who will I show my poem to? Hey, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Phil, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appears sweaty. Mom spaghetti. That was stupid. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thought. thoughts. She has one thought, and that's a fill. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offered that patience to her. Remember to breathe. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people will just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Your intimate friends? How about instead of all this, you can't have him, he's mine. We all just start dating each other. Phil, Yuri, Monika, Sayori, and Natsuki just go on a date together. That seems good. Yuri doesn't respond to that. Oh, come on, I thought it was a good idea. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem that you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the sputtering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, for the first time I noticed my strained tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that raccoon is fed, it will always come back for me. The incanting... I'm reading chat again. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for me. I don't know what this word is. The beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, and... what is this? A wage? The moon increments its phase and reflects that much of more light off my cutting knife. The same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic provolone conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. So I think this is supposed to be me and Yuri, or I'm the raccoon, coming back to read more with her. I'm not good at symbolism. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. It's about her finding a raccoon, obviously. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Most of them with the knife. That part was true. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. I need a drink. Drink break. Hydrate or dihydrate. My bottle's out of soda. Sad. Okay, my throat hurts now. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because... Yes. Polycule. They're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Phil? Well, I guess people look at me weird when I mention all my fan fictions. Well, yeah, I guess I do. Don't look on my Wattpad. You'll find some weird stuff. I feel like everybody has a little something like that. I promise not to go on your Wattpad. She's gonna go on his Wattpad. It's gonna be a whole situation. The best we can do is respect each other in our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Yes, I am a loyal listener to the Dark Brotherhood. That was a stupid joke. Okay, move some stuff around on my desk. Okay. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Phil. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I'm slowly losing her voice. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writings. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. Okay, I think the stream is seriously behind where I am. You're just now getting to the raccoon. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, Monica. Hi again, Phil. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your writing style, but the imagery is getting better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. Well, you know what? I should have downloaded the after story. Oh, well, next time. I'm getting a Tumblr notification. Okay. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of... Why is that sentence so hard to say? Who knows what goes... That's a hard sentence to say. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? Why did you need to say that like 4 times? Hey! I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant I wish she didn't keep to herself so much. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. Monica kind of wishes that part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me, the colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Save me. Load me. Well, you heard the lady. Nothing happened, that's not fair. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Oh, she's gonna read your Moro ex Crassius crackfic. Why is this stream lagging so far behind? I don't understand. I kinda like playing with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Aha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. Remember to breathe. Remember to stay hydrated. A poem can be as abstract as physical expressions of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. The fourth wall is slowly starting to crack. Good dude, Natsuki. I like her voice. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're actually putting effort into something. That's good. I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it until you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? She's onto us, run away. What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, I mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. She didn't even show us her poem. This was I'll show you mine if you show me yours interaction. Ooh! I like this one, Phil. It has some really nice feelings to it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not good at figuring out poems. I'm not good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. Why did you have to say that twice? Shut up, Phil. Well, that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not exactly sure that's how it works. Again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. That's the word. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you like something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud over your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Phil. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like bundles of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. Breathe. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scalping and scalping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in comes my friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my butt up? Finally all done, I open up and in comes my friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Whew. That hurt my throat again. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings. Yeah, I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself in this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better too. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing till I die. Yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori has always had a habit of being a bit obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Same. but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could sit around the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the stupid festival? It's not like we can even put anything good together in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple this time, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what they're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem and recite it during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a large group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole group of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put together a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to do. The better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing yourself with your feelings. Being intimate with yourself. Wait, what? Nothing. Finding new horizons. And having fun. That's right. It's those reasons that we are all in this club today. Not true, I came for cupcakes and got bullied into staying. Why is Yuri's hair like that? Why does it look weird? She has like one thick piece of hair that comes down. I just noticed that, sorry. I don't understand anime hair. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in first place? Only if Natsuki makes cupcakes again. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. Fine. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica has been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess we'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That was a long sigh. If that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to this word again. Specific. No? Specific. No? It's no T. Specific. No? Specific. Here we go. Wait, didn't I say I was just going to call it ific? Monica flips through her notebook to find the ific poem she has written for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way I Fly. Ahem. Monica begins. No. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Screw Natsuki. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are we go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks over to the podium. This poem is called, Yuri anxiously glances to each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called, After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes and she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she communicates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirlwind fire Yuri keeps concealed in her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we are all so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. Breathe. When I read stuff, I try to read it as fast as I can, so I forget to breathe. Maybe that's why my throat always hurts. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's is down for the count. Okay! I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori? It's a lot harder than I thought, okay? How did you guys do this so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself in front of the mirror or in your own head. Sayori is still nice as she is. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finished, and we applaud. I swear I'm feeling blood in my throat. Good job, Sayori. Even Phil liked it. I guess that's a good sign. Phil doesn't like anything. What does that mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. No, Monica, I want to know what you meant. The atmosphere of the poem really fits you nicely. Monica! But it might be that other poems won't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. You might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been trying to practice that sort of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Phil. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. I just will let Phil lowers everyone's expectations before I have to do it. Why are you all bullying me? Natsuki, y'all just gonna ignore what she said? It's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote to her today. Stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves new Natsuki. Yeah, I lit up my keyboard. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little enthused, her poem has rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel as if they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finished, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. Better not make me do that again. Ah, well, excuse me? Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends. Oh wait, is that thing? Did I turn caps lock on by accident? Go away. Guys, hope I broke the screen. Okay, that's the thing now, I guess. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I would think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, I won't have much to worry about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time of what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. You know, the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monica. I went away. But I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you! Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. You must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Phil, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. I'll walk home with Sayori once more. I have to rub my eyes, so I cannot continue reading. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home, and I have to rub the other eye now. This should be good. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I would walk home with Yuri, or I would still walk home with you. The stream is so far behind, I have to make the choice myself. Sayori, I love you. And you know I love you. But a man gotta shoot his shot, okay? So I would walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does that thought make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful for turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe. Excuse me. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? I said that weird. Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things from your head right now. Sorry! Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so, the conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Break. You really like the word pleasure. Why did I pick such a text-heavy game? Oh man. The last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club, now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion? Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we just get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, don't they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty epic thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Huh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Doesn't. Oh, maybe it's Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Maybe that's why I was confused. Let's just focus on our own event for today, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in a corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed. With everyone back at their usual activities. I can't breathe again. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Bill, what are you up to? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm leading a little too into it much, but she seems really downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down the desk. Maybe there's something on her mind? But I'm not surprised I'm not the one asking you, Phil. Oh. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know this isn't your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything. I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems a little like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean? I'm saying that maybe the thing about her mind is you, Phil. Me? How on earth did you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. so funny, Phil. Have you thought that maybe you're always seen her so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think too much about it for now. My soda's gone flat already. That's sad. I don't have any more soda in my room now. Take a break to breathe. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she's said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk, walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I'll watch her kneel down next to Sayori and talk to her gently, but she keeps her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? I didn't accidentally press Minecraft, did I? Now I feel like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. I mean, I know the stream is lagging behind, but I'll be back. Okay, I grabbed an entire 6-pack of orange soda from upstairs. There we go. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation of her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be left alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I